Hi guys, hello. It is, oh look, I put the microphone on a lip gloss. I just saw a YouTuber do it and I was like, that's so cute. So that's what I've done. So it is Wednesday, the 10th of June, 2026, and it is 2:45, and I'm actually heading into the city to get a drink with my dad and Barangaroo, which is super nice. So we want to make this sit down, quick chitty chat vlog super quick. I've got a coffee here, but as you can see from the title, this is going to be me talking about why my Instagram account got taken, what's been happening in Linzblog's life. I think this is the longest time I've ever taken off social media, and it wasn't by choice. So I don't think it was that relaxing, but let's get straight into it. So I was traveling South America for 5 months. I spent about 4 months in Brazil and 3 weeks in Chile and 3 weeks in Colombia. So pretty much predominantly my time was in Brazil, but I also did spend a lot of time outside of Rio de Janeiro. I went to Fernando de Noronha, which is a beautiful island, Itacaré, Salvador, Caxias, Florianópolis, and then I spent about 2 months living in Rio de Janeiro as a carioca. And then the fourth day I got back to Australia, I had my Instagram account wrongly suspended and my whole world went upside down. I have put so much effort and time into that account. It was a business. It was making me money while traveling, and really good money, and it was so rewarding because I had done my vlogs for so long, and then to see the money that was coming in, I was like, this was worth every 3 a.m. night editing in Canada and London and Ireland, because I didn't just start my vlogs in London. I have been doing them since I've started traveling, which is since my 18th birthday. So then I was going back and forth with Meta. I got my account back, and then it went again, and then it came back, and then it went again, and now it's back, and I haven't touched it for 2 whole weeks, over 2 whole weeks now. And I got a message today from a Brazilian brand saying that there's okay to post my video, and I was like, you know what? It's time for Linzblog to come back. I have had some time off to really think about my strategy and what I want to do with my future with my social media, and that is why I've started a blog Baddies WhatsApp group, where it is a girls group where we all share entrepreneurship, fitness, social media content, and really uplift the girlies, because I realized there are so many girls that looked up to me and I didn't even realize I was just posting so much content. But for me, moving to London was just, you know, something you did. I didn't really see it as inspiring. So it was really nice to make this group, and I would ask the girls, like, why have you joined? What do you want to get out of this group? And they were just saying such lovely things about me and how I've inspired them or motivated them to start fitness or motivated them to start their social media journey. So we've got that group going. Pretty much as I was having this time off social media, I was fighting for my account back. I was going through every avenue. I was like, I am not losing this account. Like, there is no way. I knew I had done nothing wrong. And that's the part that really hurt deep, was when you know you've done nothing wrong, but jealousy and envy got the better and people took down your account. So then I obviously had no income. So I sucked it up, and I was pretty depressed for about a week. I was crying every morning. God bless Josiel, my boyfriend in Brazil. He was so good. He would just tell me, karma, karma, karma. So everything's going to work out and more. Everything's going to work out. And you know when you're just like, how do they know? But it's just that support and that comfort, that little glimmer of light of someone just saying it's going to be okay, is just so nice to have when you're really going through it, because I was going through it. I was like, I don't think I have the energy to start again. Like, I built that platform from 0 to 60,000 followers, and yeah, he was just so supportive, and I thought, like, it's easy. He could have just like cut it and stopped talking to me and, you know, been like, this is your problem, but he showed such good support from afar, which honestly just made me like him so much more, because I was like, you know, when the times get tough, you want a partner that's just gonna be your ride and die. And now the platform's back, and I am coming back 10 times harder. So that was amazing. But then some of my friends came across a Twitter thread, and they said, did you know you're actually going viral on Twitter right now? And I actually got messages on LinkedIn from people that followed me. saying you're going viral on Twitter right now. And there was just like this huge post of people hating on me for going to Brazil and documenting my time in Brazil and having 2 Brazilian boyfriends. Like, people just didn't like it and were saying such nasty stuff that I actually didn't read the whole thread. And I read a lot of the comments and they were not nice. And I was thinking, wow, these people do not know me but have so much to say. And I just had to like put myself in the shoes of a celebrities. And I thought of someone that I've always looked up to as Tammy Hembro. She's a fitness influencer here in Australia. And she gets so much backlash for her dating life and her love life and everything. And I just thought, that's what I'm going through. I haven't presented any of my dating life or my love life for such a long time because I have focused solely on building my platforms, traveling, prioritizing myself. And then I decided, I met someone. I was like, this is like what I want, and start documenting it, and people don't like it. So found that Twitter thread and I was like, oh my gosh. And then found a Reddit thread of people like had been grouped together and had like gone and been like okay, my camera died. And then I came across a Reddit thread of people pretty much discussing my whole life, my whole time in Brazil, my Brazilian boyfriend, my content I used to make in London, the content I was now making in Brazil, and literally deep diving into my life. And then they were like, oh my gosh, report her account, keep reporting it. Her account's gone, but now she's still posting on YouTube, but her vlogs are a year late. What does she think she's doing? That's not how you grow on that platform. And I was just like, oh my gosh, that was like the confirmation I needed that I had been targeted and people had really gone out of their way to take Linzblog down. So yeah, after all that, then finally I got my account back. I was so nervous when it came back. I was, third time I was like on eggshells. I was like, I wasn't even logging into the app. I had to keep asking my boyfriend and my friends to check if my account was still there, like every day. Then once I secured my account, I was like, okay, fine. I've got my account back, but I had to think to myself, I'm never ever going to get like rid of these haters or these trolls. There's always going to be people out there to get me. So I need to diversify my platforms. So that is why I've put so much more energy into YouTube. YouTube has been my favorite platform and it always will. And I think I always just get very stumped to post on it because I'm like, it needs to be, cinematic edits and so perfect and everything. But the sit down chatty vlogs that I do like this honestly do so much better. And I actually met up with 2 girls from my blog Baddies group yesterday, and they said they love these vlogs. They said it's so relatable, it's so authentic, there's no editing, there's no cuts, like we get to just see the real you. And I was like, that is so valid. So yeah, that is pretty much the update on what happened with my Instagram account. I think I always am a Leo, and I feel like Leo's star sign, I don't know if you're into star signs, we always like look at the positive side of things. And as hard as it was a big wake up call to be like, you have 60,000 followers now, maybe in a year's time you'll have double that, but you can't rely on that. Instagram is borrowed platform, They switched me off so quick. So that's why I started building a community in WhatsApp. I'm going to start doing my social media coaching, building a website. So there's other ways that people can connect with me. The one thing I was so grateful for that is I had a really good following on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. So when one went down, a lot of people went to my other 2 platforms. So that is what I'm going to be teaching in my social media coaching, to diversify your following, because it is so important, because all these platforms are rented platforms. You don't own them. I wanted to also speak about this because this is even more crazier. So obviously I met Josielle in Brazil. We hit it off and it was amazing. And when we were at the airport, we were like, okay, like if we're single in December, like we'll be together. But I don't think either of us expected this, but we just were FaceTiming every single day. When I left Brazil, we missed each other. And it kind of, I guess, we were like, okay, this is something, like I can't ignore these feelings. And then he went out one weekend in Lapa, and then I'm working at the cafe, different time zones, and we don't really speak. And then I get a girl commenting my TikTok being like, hey girl, like girl to girl, like message me about Josielle. And I was like, okay, yeah, he was out this weekend. Like, I want to know, like, hey, she gives me a whole spiel how she recognized Josiel because of Linzblog and saw him, and then she was like, oh, and then I saw him at the bar kissing a girl. And initially I have like a lot of past trauma from cheating men, and I was like, okay, you know, alarm bells went off straight away. Said it to him, and he said, like, look at how many people are attacking you. Like, they've taken one Instagram account, so they took my media account, which only has like 1,200 followers on it. It was for my clients. It had photography, videography, drone work on it. That account's just gone. I don't even think I'm getting that back at this point, which is so sad because it had so much high quality cinematic content of all my travels, like really, really good. Like, you know, my Linzblog is kind of more like on the go editing. This stuff was stuff I would edit on my laptop and upload to Instagram. Anyway, so Josiel was like, they've come for your Instagram. They also tried to take my TikTok because I was getting notifications of it being like, this post has been reported, and it was a video of me and Josiel. And he was like, the people are coming for you. They're going to come for your relationship as well. And I was like, he does have a point. So then a couple of days later, I didn't reply to this girl on TikTok. Another girl's in my Instagram DMs, which I wasn't using Instagram. I was only checking if there were brands emailing me in there because I had missed a few emails and the brands had messaged me in my Instagram DMs. And another girl was like, oh, hey girl, like I was at the bar and I kissed Josiel. And I mean, all this was fake, all made up, and it just made me realize that, like, people are really, you know, trying to get me down bad, and I'm just a little happy I'm here in little Australia, like, working at the coffee shop, you know, just sort of hibernating for a bit. But I thought, you know what, I just wanted to give this explanation because, I don't know, maybe there are some girls that are growing their social media and they're going through something similar. You know, I never knew this would even happen, or this is even something influencers or celebrities go through. I know I probably sound really naive for that, but I don't know, I just thought, like, I'm a good person. Everyone else is going to be a good person. You know, if someone else is having success, I think, oh, my success is coming. Like, you know, good things come to people who wait, but not everyone thinks like that. So yeah, I just wanted to like say all that. So maybe if someone's going through something similar and they can really, if they find this vlog, they can relate to it and be like, oh my gosh, someone made cheating rumors about my boyfriend while we were doing distance. You know, I just want to bring authenticity, as I always do, to my channel. Real, raw. Like, there is no fakeness on this channel. Like, we share the goods, the highs, the bads, and everything. So that's it all in a nutshell. I'm going to be coming back to Instagram. I miss the platform a lot, but I think I am really going to prioritize my WhatsApp community, prioritize my YouTube, because those are things I'm super passionate about, and I just am a bit tiptoey on Instagram at the moment. So yeah, I just really am excited to show you guys my life here in Australia. It's beautiful. It's such beautiful weather right now, and it's a good life here. And I always talk about how I love Australia. I'm from New Zealand, so I'm not even Australian. I grew up in New Zealand, but Australia for me, out of all the countries I've lived and worked in, it gives the best work-life balance. You make incredible money here. The weather is good and it's super safe. And I think all in that is enough to be like, this is the best place I've lived. Yes, it does lack excitement, and yes, it does lack nightlife and parties, but that is kind of almost what I do like about Australia, is because I haven't drunk alcohol for a whole month and I have locked in with the gym. Like, I have been on it, 10K steps, runs, gym. But even when I'm in the gym, I'm like so tunnel vision. Like, you know, I'm not like, you know, just going through the motions in the gym. So Australia is really good for that, and also really good for building something on the side while you work your normal job, because it pays well. So I don't know really what the content on my Instagram is going to, it's obviously going to be life in Australia, but I do want to, I don't know, I just want to show you guys my life here, and that's the plan. I also wanted to give an update on how I'm feeling being back in Australia. I did touch on this in the last video, but I just thought about it because it's a month since I've been back from Brazil, and I just thought everything was on such a high when I was in South America. My social media was exploding. I was making money. I was traveling full time. People were recognizing me like 5 times a day. And then I fly back to Australia. I lose my Instagram. I have no job. I have no income. I'm back to my old apartment. I'm back to this old life that I haven't been back to in 4 years. I'm back to the same gym. I'm back to the same route I walk to the gym. And I was just like, it's almost like reality hit, and it was just like, oh, like this is life now, you know? And I think it really didn't help like losing my Instagram, because obviously I had planned to come back to Australia and build on my influencing. But I do believe everything happens for a reason, and that I'm just taking a different path than I expected. But that has made it like super hard to settle back into Australia. I feel like I've always lived my life on adrenaline. I've lived in Canada, I've lived in Toronto, I've lived in Vancouver, I've lived in London, I've lived in Rio, and I just feel like I'm always on fight or flight. And because Sydney now is a safe place for me, I do have a good network here. I do have no visa problems here. I can earn good money here. It feels safe. And I think my body is so used to being in fight or flight mode. Now that I'm in safe, it's like, oh no, this isn't exciting enough. This isn't good enough. I need to be on the edge. I need to, be scared all the time, or I need to be anxious all the time, because that's what my body is like so used to, especially living in London. I also do, yes, I do miss London. Like, I left so abruptly, but it's so much cheaper in Australia, and the money is so much better here, and the quality of life is so much better here, and also getting a job is a lot easier here for me. So I think it's just I need to give myself time to settle into Australia. I've only been back a month from essentially 4 years away. So I just need to give myself time. London to Sydney are completely different cities, and London is so go, go, go. And I think I'm editing all my London vlogs at the moment in summer, and I'm like, oh, they look so amazing, London this. But London summer is so short and so sweet and so small. Then 8 months is really dark and really cold and really hard, and you're always anxious. Every month you're going to lose your job. So I think you always think the grass is greener on the other side, and the only thing I'm really grateful for is that I have done my London experience. So when people go to say, oh, I'm going to move to London, I'm like, oh my gosh, you're going to have the best time, this, and this. I'm not sitting there being like, what would it be like? I know. So I think it's amazing to have, done all these cities, because now I can confidently say Sydney is the better city for me to live in. But it doesn't mean it's easy to settle in. I've got no friends. Just feel like I'm a different person, but I'm living my old life. But it's fine. We're building a business. We're coming back to Instagram. We're building the YouTube. Linzblog is back. But yeah, that was a little update. Got new activewear. How cute is this? We got coffee. My skin has been really breaking out, but that's from the stress. Also, I did go to the hairdressers, and she did say my hair is growing really healthy. If you guys have followed me on my London diaries, you'll know that my hair all broke off and fell out in London, and now look at it. It's coming back. It's coming back. So that was the update on Instagram, social media, influencing, life online. But I'm super happy to be back, and I'm super happy to be on YouTube a lot. And I love you guys all. Thank you for being here. And I will see you in my next one. Bye.
Wanna be just like you.